channel. Today's challenge is just going to be the continuation of my pantry purge. So the first part of this video, I'm just going to give you all the recipes that I've made over the last month, and then I'm going to show you an update at the end. So here's the recipes I made just eating through my pantry this month. Meal. The first thing I'm going to do, because, well, it's beautiful outside, so I'm going to barbecue. And we're barbecuing pork chops, which I took out of my freezer. And there's 3, so I'm going to make this 3 meals. So I just turned on the barbecue. These will cook very fast on the barbecue. So I'm actually going to make the veggies first on the barbecue. And then my grain is going to be, I'm going to do a wild rice and barley blend. But first, I'm just going to set that aside. I'll season them in a minute. But we are going to spray this down. And I'm just going to cut up and put the veggies into this bowl so I can season them and everything in there. And I did go buy some fresh produce because, well, I was out and to be able to do the veggies that I want. So this is what I want to do. So I'm just putting in some whole snow peas, or sugar snap peas, I guess they are, not snow peas. All right, and then I did have celery in my fridge, so we're going to use some of that up. And for the celery, I'm literally just gonna just like bite-sized pieces-ish, like that size. Throw it in there, and the mushrooms I'm gonna just do it whole. So I did buy more mushrooms, but I want to save this one. I want to make a zucchini boat out of this one, but I do have a smaller one here that I want to use. And again, just a rough chop. I bought some asparagus today, which I'm super excited about. I love asparagus. I'll probably only use half. And then the other half I will use for another dish. We'll use 1 pepper. And again, I'm just gonna chop the peppers into they're like bigger than bite-sized pieces, but I think they'll work. The reason I decided to barbecue is because it was like 20 degrees here today, Celsius, which is quite warm, which makes me happy for multiple reasons. Trying to get my barbecue to like 350-ish before I put the veggies on. I'm running my robot vacuum downstairs in my basement so that I have a clean basement. Okay, let's cut open some cauliflower. So the easiest way I've ever found to cut cauliflower is I want to cut out the stem. And the easiest way I find that is just to cut around the leaves like so until you can actually see the part that needs to be cut out. Right there. Okay. Up. And then you can cut more out as you go. Maybe 3 florets. And the easiest way I've found is like you cut it down, straight down, And then you just pull it apart and get like less mess because there's literally everything else. And I eat a lot of broccoli. I kind of always have. I like broccoli. I'm just using a standard baking sheet, just so you all know. Okay, olive oil. And then we are going to use roasted red pepper and garlic. We are going to use onion powder, regular garlic powder, and chicken salt. But for you guys, you can just use regular salt and pepper. I will also add pepper. Yes, Octavius. All right, then just mix it around until everything is evenly coated and seasoned. And you just dump it on the baking sheet until you get everything. Yum. Spread it out as even as possible. And then we're gonna stick it on the barbecue. All right, we're just gonna place that on the barbecue, like so. Shut the lid, like so. And we're just gonna leave it for, I'd say about 5-ish minutes. I'll come out and check. Okay, we're going to get the other stuff started now. So the ratio for this is just about 3/4 of a cup of the like wild rice. And then the rest is basil. The rest is barley. You're gonna have the stove on medium high. I'm out of barley. There you go. Okay, stove's on medium high, you dump it in. And we are just going to add some butter because we want to brown it up first. I'd say about a tablespoon. And because the ratio ended up being a full cup, you just do 2 cups of liquid. I do chicken stock because, well, I like it with chicken stock, so you can do whichever you want. And then, yeah, you just kind of brown it up, and once it's browned, don't burn it, which is why I'm stirring it. You want to stir it constantly. Once it's browned up, then you add in the stock. And I'm just going to pour out the first cup because as soon as it's browned, you want to put in that liquid right away, so like I say, it doesn't burn. I honestly haven't made this in a really long time. It's one of my favorite like grain options. I used to make it all the time. But now I need more pearl barley. I also eat a lot of pearl barley. Can you hear that? The sizzle? That means it's going to start browning really fast. You'll start to see the barley brown up faster than you will anything else, so that's your cue. So you can start to see the barley brown. And you'll be able to smell it too. It'll start to smell nutty. All right, that barley is brown. So that's about, I know it kind of probably doesn't show on camera, but you know, this is the point that you're gonna wanna add in the stock. You're gonna bring that up to a boil, and then once it's boiling, you're gonna simmer it just like you would rice. Veggies are sizzling, so we're just going to stir them. Veggies are done, we're just gonna pull them off. All right, let's check this meat out. Ooh, look at that. That's cooking up nicely. Oh yeah. Flip it over. Take a couple minutes on this side, and then it's done. Okay. This is definitely done. Just gonna take them off, bring them inside. And that is the finished product. Okay, so tonight I'm just going to use up the zucchini I have in my fridge along with that barbecue buffalo chicken that I had in my freezer. So I'm just going to slice the zucchini in half, and I'm just going to scrape out the insides because you want to make a boat. You're going to make a zucchini boat. I'm going to just use a spoon, scrape it out. So it'll look something like that onto a baking sheet. Good. And then we're just gonna fill it with that buffalo chicken, which I defrosted. And it's just shredded. I just, to make this, all I did was poach chicken breast and then shred it and then put it with buffalo sauce. I also use this in a chicken wrap, so, a lettuce wrap. So if there's leftovers, that's how I'll finish. You just stuff her in. And normally I would top this with cheese, but I've used all the cheese in my house and I'm not going to the store. And currently right now, I'm not gonna need anything that needs cheese. And I top this with ranch after it's been baked, so I don't really need the cheese. And then once I'm ready, I'm just gonna bake it at 375 for about 10 to 15 minutes, just until the zucchini's kind of cooked. And then I will show you what that looks like once it's done. This is what it looks like when you bring it out of the oven, you guys. I just drizzle a little ranch on it, and that is it. So it's time for another eat through my pantry meal, guys, and I'm in the mood for burgers, so I brought out some of my burger. I also bought myself an apron because I kept wrecking my clothes. Good for me. So we're going to do what I would consider a burger night, but mostly I'm making what, I don't know if it's fully low carb, but mostly because I'm gonna serve it with fries, but I'm not gonna have a burger. As you know, I live in Canada, and one of the things that I don't have in my area is In-N-Out. So I am going to quickly create my version of what I think In-N-Out sauce is, which is funny because I've never really been to In-N-Out, so I don't know if it's actually real, but that's what I'm calling it. And then I'm going to create just burger patties and then kind of create whatever sort of burger I want. I'm gonna probably do a lettuce wrap burger with tomatoes and bacon and lettuce, clearly. And then I might do one that I've also seen very viral on all these social medias, and I can't remember what it's called. It's also an In-N-Out burger, but I think it's the Dutchman, where you have like 2 slices of grilled onion on either side, and you just serve it like that with the In-N-Out sauce. So let's start with the In-N-Out sauce. I probably shouldn't call it In-N-Out sauce. My version of whatever that burger sauce is. Let's just call it Riad's burger sauce. So the first thing we need to do is we're gonna chop up the onion and start caramelizing it because that gives it flavor. And if you guys want me to drop the recipes, just let me know. And I'm gonna be lazy. We're gonna use my chopper because we gotta chop up onion and we gotta chop up pickle. However, I still need a cutting board, even if we're using my chopper. I'm going to set the stove to medium high just with a fry pan, and you can use whatever kind of oil you want, but I'm just going to use a cooking spray, and I'm just going to cut off both sides. I am going to cut it halfway through just because, like, slice it like that, and then I'm just going to put it in my chopper. I'm using the little one just so they're tiny. Make sure all the onions in there. Throw it in your pan, and we're just gonna caramelize them. While they're caramelizing, we're gonna chop up everything else and get everything else in there to mix it up. Because why the heck not, guys? It's Monday, and if you guys saw my first, if you guys have been watching my Wednesday videos, or whatever, you know, get to know me video kind of situation, thank you, first off. Second, you would have seen that Mondays are a long day for me because I do meetings and then I gotta work, and then I've also started working out again. Anyways, we're just gonna caramelize these onions. I have it on medium. The next thing we're gonna do is we are going to chop up pickles. I like a lot of pickles in my burger sauce, so I usually, like, my recipe that I have created calls for a 1/4 cup of chopped up pickles, but you just use however many you want. In my opinion, this is a measure with your heart scenario. And you don't have to agree with me, it's fine. I just really like pickles. I do have to leave pickles out because on my lettuce burger that I do with tomatoes and bacon, which I'm using turkey bacon because that's what I happen to have, as you guys know if you watched my pantry inventory. 4 packages to be exact. What I'm creating is a take on, well, probably a take on the Whopper, but for me it's a take on the Wendy's Deluxe. Okay, I think that's good for the sauce. Just gonna wash my hands. If they're getting too brown too fast, turn it down. You'll know. All right, and then we're just gonna chop the pickles in my chopper. I honestly love this chopper, and you see it everywhere. I know all the people that do like cooking influencing and all that have one of these, and they're not wrong. So seriously, if you haven't bought one yet, you should. I don't normally would not sprout that out, but amazing. Again, I'll put the link in my description. I had to buy it to use it, and you see me use it in my videos all the time. We're just gonna add the pickles to the bowl. I'm going to measure with my heart, but I roughly know what it should look like and what it should, yeah. So again, it says a 1/4 cup of pickles. I probably have 1/2 cup, but whatever. My recipe that I created roughly is a 1/4 cup of pickles, a cup of mayo, and again, I'm going to eyeball this because I know what the consistency is that I want, and I'm pretty sure this is probably a double batch. 1 to 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard. Again, I'm measuring with my heart, but I make this all the time, so like I just can eyeball it. But again, I will put the recipe in a comment, and I will leave it there for you if you would like. About a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and then you can use vinegar, but I use a splash of the pickle juice. Then you just mix it all up. So that's the color and consistency you want. It's literally a burger sauce. You probably can buy them anywhere. Now, if you don't have pickles, you can always use green relish. That would work just fine. Now, I'm a little impatient, so I don't really want to wait. This is probably not quite as much how you want the onions cooked, but it's close enough for me. I'm gonna add salt and pepper. You don't need a lot of salt because of the pickles and everything in there. I do put quite a bit of pepper in because, well, I like pepper. You don't have to. Okay, so that is what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna make the burgers now. So let's take off my rings and my jewelry, actually. I'm going to make the burgers like really simple. I'm not even using breadcrumbs or anything like that to hold them together. I just set my little fry pan thing here to 350-ish. All right, and all I'm going to do with the meat is we're gonna add garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning salt, and again, I'm measuring with my heart. I'd say like 1/2 tablespoon of each, maybe. I don't know. Oh, and pepper. All right, and I'm just gonna mix this in. This is literally the tiniest bowl ever, but that's okay. And if you don't want to get your hands dirty, you don't have to use a spoon or gloves or whatever. I just don't care because I will wash my hands after this. All right, and once everything is fully incorporated, push it down and make it flat, and then score it into 4 pieces because we're gonna try and make 4 equal burgers. Okay? Now, normally I would probably take this and put it into my burger press because I do have one, and then freeze the rest. But honestly, I've been in the mood for burgers for about a week now. So I'm just gonna make 4 burgers and eat one of them tonight. I will probably give you a picture, just a little video of the other nights I eat them, because tonight I think I'm going to try the In-N-Out Flying Dutchman. Flying Dutchman, FYI. Also, I just put on some fries to have on the side. So I am just going to use a cooking spray, just so non-stick. And in the summer, I would probably actually do this on the grill, but it got a little windy and cold. So I set off my fire alarm. Well, so be it. It'll be smoky in here. Now I know In-N-Out burgers are supposedly thinner, but we're just gonna make this my way. Just gonna flip the French fries. And then the next thing we're gonna do is the onion. Okay, so to do the onion, I'll move this out of the way. I know you can't really see 100%. I'm just gonna cut the top, and I'm gonna cut the bottom. And then I'm just gonna slice down really nicely, just because I want to peel that top layer off. That's a strong onion. And then you're just gonna slice it straight down into like, okay, so I'm gonna say 1/4 inch. I'm not really 100% sure. I'm Canadian. I would say that that's probably about 3 centimeters. You want it thick enough that it's not going to, 1 onion is going to give you 4. 4 and a bit. Then you're gonna put the onion straight down. I sliced through the 1 layer a little too much, but that's okay. I'm gonna just slice that right there. Make sure they're even. I'm just gonna put it on the grill pan too. Now up in Canada, all burgers are cooked well. We don't do like medium or whatever in a burger. I don't think we're allowed to up here. So I'm gonna cook these all the way through. Now they will fall apart because I didn't use a binder. But honestly, I'm not actually oh, there is a spider on my wall. But that is what is on my wall right now. And I'm gonna have to go kill it. I don't like spiders. I hate spiders. I'm not happy about this. I am not happy about this. Oh, sorry, well. Oh, God. Oh. I got it. I got a shoe on. One of the things about living in Australia, I did overcome my fear of spiders. Not fully. They still freak me the fuck out. But I did overcome them in the sense that I can now do that. I used to have to always call my sister and say, please come help me. I am dying, even though I wasn't actually dying. Looks like, how delicious. Ooh, those onions are browning up very nicely. You're gonna get these all nice and brown. I don't know why I'm talking with a weird accent tonight. I am just in a good mood, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna just get these nice and brown. I ended up eating all of my fresh cheese out of my fridge in the last little bit. I was on like a nacho kick, so I didn't actually film it. But we'll have to use the frozen cheese that I currently have. Again, that I know I have because I inventoried it. Piece fell off. Oh, that's good. Okay. I'm just gonna add some shredded cheese to the top. The best part. Put a onion layer, and then you put the burger with the cheese, and then you just put on your burger sauce, however much or little you want. I like a lot. That's what I'm gonna do. Have it pour over the side. I don't really care. And then you top it with the other onion. Whoop. Boop. Just like that. And then I'm just serving it with fries. Now another good side, that if you wanted like more veggie or something like that, broccoli salad would be amazing if you're eating this at home like this. Like amazing. I think it would be phenomenal. So that is the finished product. I don't know if it looks exactly the same as an In-N-Out burger, but that's what it's gonna be tonight. Okay, my guess is there's gonna be another recipe next, because I don't know if this video is done or yet. Hope you enjoy if you try it. Let me know if you do try it in the comments, please.
Pretend to be my girlfriend.
the month just eating through my pantry. I know I bought some fresh produce, but I did say that was okay, part of the challenge. I'm just gonna continue this on until honestly I have nothing left. So here's the update of the 2 fridges and the freezers. And I'll also give you an update on the actual pantry so that you can see just kind of where I am. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, as I am posting twice a week now, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you guys want the recipes for what I made this month, please comment below, because I'm more than happy to do that. It's just really hard to do so many recipes in one video, but I will definitely put them up, or put them on a short, or put them on my Instagram. So comment below if you do want to see those recipes. And that's going to be it for me this week. So when life feels gray, let's find the black in my balance.